But I want to thank Chairman Grassley in particular for him and his staff doing so much work to allow me to have this opportunity to speak before you today. I want to thank the ranking member Leahy and Senator Durbin also for their work. I am very pleased right now to introduce two distinguished Americans, Judge Julien Neals and Judge Brian Martinotti, for your consideration as the next United States District Judges for the District of New Jersey. I join my colleague, Senator Menendez, in supporting these well-qualified nominees, and I urge the committee to recommend their confirmation to the federal bench. I again want to thank Chairman Grassley. His team has been extraordinary in helping my team prepare for this moment, and of course, Ranking Member Leahy and his staff for moving quickly on scheduling this hearing, along with the chairman. I deeply appreciate my good friend Senator Durbin for his work as well. This has been truly a team effort. Mr. Chairman, I humbly acknowledge my gratitude to you and your staff, again, for their substantial amount of time and energy you devoted to making this hearing possible. You, sir, Mr. Grassley, are an honorable man, and I greatly admire your integrity and sense of decency. My grandmother, who is also from Iowa, would be proud of you and your team. And I look forward to working with you in the coming months on many critical issues, some of which we were just talking about on the floor. But today is a very special day for the nominees and their families. I'm very happy to see some of their family members here as well. Both of these nominees have friends and families here, and I welcome them all to this hearing. It's not every day that you sit in the United States Senate for such a momentous occasion. These are incredible men, and I am happy to see that they are dedicated to public service. They have extraordinary integrity and incredible commitment to community. The President nominated Julien Neals and Judge Martinotti to fill vacant seats on the Federal District Court of New Jersey, which were recently declared judicial emergencies due to a very heavy caseload. Both of these nominees, who were recommended to me by a bipartisan judicial selection committee, stand ready and able to fill these vacancies. I want to thank President Obama for acting on my recommendation to nominate Judge Neals, a superbly qualified jurist, to the federal bench. My experience with Judge Neals has shown him to be a fair-minded man with extraordinary integrity. His legal career as a judge, an attorney, and a community leader has earned him the respect of his colleagues throughout the state of New Jersey. His body of work demonstrates his qualifications to serve on the federal bench. Judge Neals has ample judicial experience. He served as chief judge of the Newark Municipal Court, a position that I had the honor of appointing him during my tenure as mayor. Early in his career, he served as a law clerk to a New Jersey Superior Court judge, and he is a graduate of Morehouse College and the Emory University School of Law. When I was mayor of Newark, Judge Neals' obvious legal talent led me to appoint him to positions in my administration not once, not twice, but 3 times. From chief judge of the municipal court to corporation counsel to business administrator, Judge Neals has proved to be an extraordinary leader. He currently serves as the Bergen County Counsel, the top attorney for the county. He is former partner of a prestigious law firm, and in addition to his professional work, Judge Neals has shown an enduring commitment to the community. He recently served as chairman of the board of trustees for the Volunteer Lawyers for Justice, a nonprofit he has served for almost a decade, which provides free legal services to the poor. There is no question that Judge Neals is well suited to serve on the federal bench. That's why he rightly earned the American Bar Association's highest rating of a unanimously well-qualified federal judge.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is an honor to be here with such distinguished nominees, and I just want to express my heartfelt appreciation for that. I would like to thank Senator Booker for the recommendation to President Obama. Extend my sincere thanks to President Obama for his nomination. I'd like to thank the White House staff, the Senate Judiciary Committee for this opportunity to be considered, and the Senate Judiciary Committee staff for their thorough work and research that I know is required as part of this process. I would be remiss if I didn't take just a moment to thank those who have been part of my professional career, without whom I would not have made it thus far in this process. I spent 14 years as a litigator with the wonderful firm of Chase & Laner and Lamparello, who always offered their undying support for me in all my endeavors. My first foray into public service was with the Newark Municipal Court, where an entire staff gave me dedication and helped me succeed as the chief judge there. I'd like to thank the Office of the Corporation Counsel for Newark, where some hardworking professionals, attorneys, tried to do their best to protect the interests of a large urban city. I'd like to thank the Department of Administration, where I served as business administrator, and all the employees and city officials, elected officials in the city of Newark, where it was a true proving ground as far as the needs in public service. I'd like to thank the County of Bergen, the Department of Law, the administration there, and all my colleagues there who've welcomed me with open arms since my time there since January. And I'd like to mention those educational institutions who've been part of my history that I owe a debt of gratitude as well. Seton Hall Prep, Morehouse College, and Emory University School of Law. I'm very fortunate to have some wonderful people with me here today who I'd like to introduce. And I will start with my parents. My father, Felix Neals, a retired administrative law judge of 20 years, is here with me. My mother, Betty Neals, a retired school teacher and poet who actually still gigs around the country, is here with me as well. I'm very honored to have a very strong woman who has kept me grounded throughout this process and throughout my career, my wife, Lauren Jones Neals. My son, Julien K. Neals, who is donning his Seton Hall Prep blazer to show proof that he was here today and thank his school for giving him the time off. I have other colleagues and friends who are here as well. Anna Pereira, who served with me on the Newark Municipal Bench and in Corporation Counsel with the City of Newark. Arvalise Gonzalez-Murrell, who has been with me for 18 years as my assistant, although looking at her, you would think they violated child labor laws. John Libretti is here, who serves as a deputy county counsel in Bergen County, and his son, who's also Seton Hall Prep graduate, Nick Libretti, is here. I'd like to acknowledge my brother, Felix Neals, and his family, who could not make it from the great state of Washington, where he lives. The Neals family, my aunt Antoinette, my cousin Huerta and his family, my cousin Neil and his family, and other family and friends. Thank you for the time.